Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 30th, 2022 new moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear our energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Cancer. Let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have right here the Lord. Now this is Aries energy. This is also very much being aware that there's a rigidity around us. Now, it can be a person in our lives who's very rigid. It can be our own inflexibility coming forward, but we need to be mindful of this energy because it's going to be holding us back during this time. And it can be that a person is telling us it has to be this way, it has to be this way. And we're looking at things and we're seeing things in a very different way than they're seeing them. But this is going to be a time where we're coming up against something. And it can be someone, and again, remember, it can also be our own rigidity, our own stubbornness, our own, this is the way it's supposed to be, that we're coming up against. And now we're like, oh, maybe it should be different. Or, oh, maybe it doesn't have to be like that. Or, oh, that person doesn't have all the answers. So that's going to be very important. And then moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is universal light. This is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown. This is blessings. This is blessings and beauty and radiance just shining down from, the ether, the heavens, the solar system, the universe into us and blessing us. There's a real sense of we are that point of light right there that's just exploding. And it's that universal light. It's that sense of that light is within each and every one of us that is just absolutely, absolutely amazing. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Actually, we're going to see what the moon has to say. We're using the Moonology and the Queen of the Moon cards. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So I'm going to turn over the Celtic cross spread all at once. See what it has to say. Okay. So we are starting with where we are right now, and that is working through our fears. This moon, which is in Gemini. Now, what's really interesting is that this moon is in Gemini, and it is also during a Mercury retrograde. So this Mercury retrograde is from May 10th to June 3rd. The shadow period, the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde ends on June 18th. So there's the sense of like this glitch within communication, and yet I'm starting to see the Mercury retrograde as, yes, a time where things get lost, things get, kind of jumbled and mumbled, but it's also a time where a lot of things that we hide with our words, where we hide with, the way that we're interacting, the inauthenticity that comes forward is being broken away. And it's a real sense of, this is what needs to be seen. So here, when we're working through our fears, I actually see a lot of that coming forward because of this Mercury energy, because of this sense of connection through words, connection through ideas, connection through even travel. And we're starting to see a lot of the fears that held us back. We're kind of like, well, why did that? Like, why did that? Why was I stopping myself? Now, this is an interesting challenge. Our challenge is peace. We're going to find peace to be something, I don't want to say hard to come by, because that sounds very negative. It sounds like it's always going to be a chaotic time. But we're going to find really embracing our peace and really stepping into ourselves, something that's very challenging. We're always going to be distracted is what I'm seeing here, like the phone always in our hands, or always running off to calm down this fire, this person needing us, that person needing us. And so peace is going to be something that we really need within our lives, but again, we're going to find it quite a challenge to get the time for it, because even when things are quiet and we can have that peaceful moment and sit with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, sit and just connect with ourselves, we're going to put our earbuds in, or we're going to say, oh, well, this is the perfect time to call up this person and see how they're doing. And it's going to drain our energy instead of adding to it. So just be aware of that. And then moves us to what we're focusing on now. And it's that nothing is yet set in stone, meaning that there is still change and malleability to it. And that's going to be very important to us. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's not already been cast. It hasn't already been all done. And we're trying to change it. No, now we're starting to see that there is this connection, this insight, these ideas that are coming forward. And we're not set one way or another. We can change our minds. We can elevate ourselves. We can look at things in a really different way. We're going to think, oh no, it's too late. I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too that. And it's like, stop it. Stop it. It's the perfect time because it's yours. It moves us then to our past. And our past, remember, is up to the 30th of May. There's this real sense of hungering for change, for insight, for ideas. The moon brings us a hungering when we turn inside ourselves and really start to see ourselves. That's what we're going to be hungering for. And so this energy of this new moon really starts to show us, how we had been moving in one direction, or how we want to move out of that direction and embrace a new one. Now, it moves us to our strength, and our strength is the new moon. The strength of a new change is coming. A new start is coming. A new way forward is coming. This new moon opens up new doors for us that we just weren't expecting. And as these doors open, it's like, oh wow, really? Like, oh wow, could that be? Like, oh wow, are you serious? And there's a real sense here of, okay, can I open that door? Like, can I move forward this way? Is this really what I want? And it brings us to a new start, a new way of looking at things, and just being so surprised. Here it's like more like gobstopped. It's like, seriously, are you serious? Like, can I really? And then it moves us to our near future, which is protection. We're going to think, oh wow, I'm just humdrum, or oh, I didn't do anything exciting or interesting, or it should be, I'm just feeling like we're putting ourselves down. We're putting ourselves down and thinking, oh, I'm boring, or oh, I'm, not adventurous enough, or this enough, or that enough. And we're thinking of changing who we really are. And yet we need to know that we ourselves are protected. We are protected. We are guided. We are connecting with the higher power, higher insight. And so you might sit there and think, oh my gosh, I'm so boring. And other people look at you and they see a blessing. They really, really do, because they can see that protected shield around you. They can see that beauty. And it moves us then to our, suggested approach to life in this time. And it's the new moon in Gemini. So very strong Gemini energy coming forward. And this is the answers you need are coming. Our suggested approach is to know that what we are seeking, what we are looking for, what we desire, well, that's coming. We need to have patience, yes. We need to have insight and foresight, yes. But the answers we need are coming. So just be aware of this, that we're going to be surprised of how they come or where they come from or how we're looking at things. And it brings us then to what we need to know. And it's creation. That this moon can make us highly creative. It really can. Now, Cancer, we're ruled by the moon. So a new moon, a full moon, it affects us more than it affects others. And what we're going to be seeing is that as we embrace this moon, we start to see, what do I want to create in my life? Like, how do I want to move me forward? What is it that I desire? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that's important to me? And it brings us then to our hopes and our fears. And our hope and our fear is the full moon, surrender to the divine. And we hope that we can, and we fear that we can or that we won't. And we fear this beauty of moving forward in our own energy, in our own time, in our own space, in our own brilliance. And that's our hope and our fear. It can be that we fear the next new moon. It can be that we fear just our dreams coming forward. We fear being heard and we fear being ignored is really what Spirit is saying here. And it moves us to our potential future, which is the unexpected. We're heading in a direction that we just didn't think we would be. We're heading forward in a way that surprises us, in a way that we hadn't looked at, in a way that we doubted. And now it's like, oh wow. So this is it, huh? The way forward, our future, is unexpected. The doors that are opening, the doors that are closing, the way that we are being guided, it's surprising. And it's like, oh wow, okay. I see it, I get it. It moves us then to go into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Okay. So we have our past, our present, and our future. So our past, our present, and our future. Oh, guys, there we are right there in our present. Arms raised, connecting with that piece that is a challenge for us. We have our past here, and we have Taurus energy, okay? Which is very interesting because Taurus energy, we're in the Taurus period up until May 20th. And that, for us, it really seems like here, that was a time of fighting. That was a time of battles. There was chaos here, or nagging, or just discord that didn't need to be there. We were looking at it and being like, what is this nonsense? So our past comes forward as we've become used to battles, or we carry these battles forward. We could have become used to battles when we were little children and our parents always fought. So that's the energy that comes forward here. And remember, the past is up until the 30th of May. It brings us then to our present, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands. The Queen of Cups is us. Again, connecting with that peace, connecting with our love. There's a real sense of being present in our own bodies. And then we have the Four of Wands, celebration, beauty, just a desire to move our bodies, let ourselves dance, really being in tuned and aware of what we need and where we want to be and how we're moving forward. And there's just a sense here of like, okay, I found it. And things are changing because of it. New job opportunities are coming in. There can be a thought or an idea of moving spaces and places. But remember, the change comes from us ourselves changing, us ourselves connecting. And there's a sense of, if we're looking for that great adventure, it's time to look inside. And if after we've looked inside and done all that work, which is a lot, right? If we still want to move. If we still want, someplace new, go for it. But to connect with us, that's the game changer. And it moves us then to our future, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Hard work, dedication. But it's our 10,000 hours. It's putting in the time to become that expert, to become that success story that we want. And it's also looking at what we want to be successful at, not what anybody else wants us to be successful at. It's like, this is what I want to do. This is who I am. This is what I love. And so there's a brilliance here that's coming forward. But hard work, dedication, diligence, and we're not afraid of it. We're not afraid of it at all. And it moves us then to our subconscious Luna message, which is take time to breathe out. and will. So will you take time to breathe out? Will you take time to connect with yourself? Do you have the will to also calm down and not, fall victim to the hustle culture that never ends and just keeps pushing, just keeps pushing? It doesn't work that way. Your body needs to be heard. You need to be heard. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is the wings of our angels, our spirit guides wrapping around us. This is connecting with divine in a way that just takes our breath away, in a way that has us looking at things like gobstruck, like awed. I didn't expect, I didn't know. And that's what we're doing. That's how we're moving forward. And it brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the 7 of Pentacles. Now I know here he's cutting down holly, which is a celebration, the holly for the winter solstice, for Christmas, it plays a huge part. But I always see this as he's cutting down ivy, and ivy takes down a tree, right? In ancient Celtic times, they revered ivy because it could fell a tree that was huge and looked so powerful, and this was just a vine that slowly and steadily sucked the life out of it. When we're looking at our choices, when we're looking at, the way that we want to move forward in our lives, in our patience, in our hard work, what is sucking the life out of us? What is keeping us from harvesting our blessings? That's always how I see this. And I know it's wrong. I sit there and I'm like, no, Dane, it's not that, but it is that to me. And it doesn't have to be that logically or in the book at all. And it brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the 2 of Cups, that healing, beautiful love, that coming together, that blessing, that beauty, the sense of our angels around us. This is part of our past. This is part of what makes us who we are. And it brings us to our present, which is the Lovers. Now, this is Gemini energy. This new moon is in Gemini. We're falling in love with it. We're falling in love with the energy it brings us. We're falling in love with the ideas it gives us. We're falling in love with the way that it has us seeing ourselves. Also, if we're born on the cusp of Gemini, this part of our personality is going to come out quite profoundly. But we're falling in love with it. We're being guided by it. We're seeing ourselves in such a different way, and it leads us to our future energy, which is the Ace of Wands. That's inspiration. That is blessing and insight and passion and power and determination and fire coming forward. We are connecting with the sense of there's more out there than I knew. We're connecting with being blessed in a way that we never thought we would be. It was always going to be this huge monumental struggle. But this is a gift from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, that opens up a door, that has us moving in a new direction, that has us inspired, that has us curious, that has us going and becoming. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. And before we end with the meditation, I want to let you know that I'm doing a giveaway. I am giving away a free reading. Now, I'm doing this because it is my birthday on June 3rd. I know I always use the collective we when talking because that's how Spirit sees us. It sees us as a we, as, as all interconnected, it's all powerful, it's all inclusive. So that's what I use. And that's what Spirit says to use. But here, I am a Gemini, and here we're doing this because it's Mercury retrograde ending on this day, on my birthday, which I think is just brilliant. It is just a sense of freedom. I feel this time being just such a sense of freedom. So I was just so compelled to do a giveaway. So if you write in the description box, not in the description box, in the comment box, I am blessed and I am prosperous, all right? And say that every morning as you wake up. Bless yourself every single day. I will be deciding the winner. I think I'm going to do an automatic number thingy to make it just like super random. I will be saying the winner either on the 30th or around that time, seeing how things go and how many entries there are and all that. So yeah, enter if you want to, don't enter if you don't want to. And I hope you all have a wonderful moon. So let's end this with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, beauty, and prosperity of our life, our souls, and ourselves, and the blessings that the moon brings us. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer, and may you have a blessed moon.